Hello,
Hi.
guys.
Hey guys.
Hello everyone.
The voice is coming.
Okay.
Okay, so my question was question
Let's
3.
discuss the.
We are supposed to do the finals today, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, my question was question 3. So I was supposed to take the values of the through the nose and chip from the data given to us, and in the values of in-house, where I have to calculate that values from the given information. While calculating the value in first attempt, I forgot to add the extra additional cost in the through the news and chip, which I have now added. And now I guess my answer is right, and my recommendation is in-house because we can get more profit from in-house. If anyone have any doubt or any correction,
Is there anything in your table that specifies what are those S and W for?
uh, S is score, the uh, S
If
is
possible,
score
can
and W is weight.
okay,
And the S and W were given in the chat, which was given to us in the question appendix C.
okay. So you don't need to specify it explicitly, right?
Yeah,
But what I think, even if you write it below the table, that
Yeah,
that
that
would
would be
be
better.
great, right? Because in our answer, combined answer, we don't have that question and all the things. So if you can explain just below the table, so that would be great then.
yeah, okay. I will add the two lines that S is score and W is weight.
Yeah, even
What is
the
Yeah, right.
WGT? Just specify what everything is about,
yeah,
like
what
so
is
that you can just
WGT?
like looking at the question, you get a gist about what's going on.
Are you talking about the values?
Yeah, the headers. I mean,
Okay,
and
means which headers? Value score.
I mean, like you can just add small
Yeah, right.
description, like what the chart is doing here, something of that. Like
No, I
I know that we already had this chart in our in
no,
our
but I asked the professor about
assignments.
if I have to add any description or anything. She just said me just fill in the values and calculate the final answer. No
Okay,
need to add any description.
okay,
That's why I didn't add.
like I was
So
just talking about the value added, like value addition to it. That's nothing else.
Okay, but I don't think I have to mention because it was all the values are in the question itself.
Okay,
Yeah, that's good. Actually, only mention what is yes, what is W, and what is WGT. So, or just
Upta, what is the last row doing? I mean, why is it not named?
It is the total, and it is as per the question, as per the chart given in the question.
guys, we had this kind of a sheet in our like daily exercises, so that's
Yeah,
probably
yeah, actually,
it
this
should
is
speak for
the
itself.
standard chart used everywhere. Even in the
Yeah.
question appendix, see the same chart was given. So I don't think we need to make any changes. Just with the S and W. That's all.
I'll just add the S and what S, W, and WGT means.
Right.
Yeah, that's it, right?
yep.
Okay.
Right.
Should we move forward, guys?
Yeah, next question.
Okay. Abhijit, you there?
Hello.
Go ahead, Abhijit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, next question number 7 was
No,
in
your
the
voice
there
is
are
garbled.
four
Your voice was gone.
to compare plan and documents with the second was related to PDD and the BDD process. Third part was which is also known as refactor testing. Fourth part was chip between BDD and TDD, and When do you dive down into unit test and code as opposed to perform integration testing? My initial, I have also tried all the commands. So
Abhijit,
once and if you find anything missing, then yes,
Abhijit,
Kiran.
your voice is cutting, man. I mean, it's garbled as well as it's going on and off for a couple of seconds.
Oh,
You're
can you hear
missing.
me now? Hello.
Yeah, now it's better, but you're losing like it.
So okay, is it proper now? Right now?
Yeah, it's proper right now.
So as I said earlier, there are four parts in this question. In the first document and the agile user stories. Second part was BDD process and what is the BDD process. Then third was regarding TDD, and the fourth part was relationship between BDD and TDD. So I think once you can go through my answer, and if you still find something is missing or I can, then I can proceed with that.
Uh, yeah, I guess that's a good approach. Abhijit, can you explain one by one answer so that we can add into, like, instead of we reading it, you can explain it better, your
So
answer.
the first, okay.
Yeah,
So
so,
the A part
yeah,
is
yeah.
requirements with agile user stories. So what first I have explained plan and document requirement and what in that. The first part is second in brief I have explained the stories. So and when do we use the stories and all. The third section says between document requirements and agile users. Basically, that part explains the differences between these both methods. All about part A only.
Uh, have you incorporated the comments for your question A? And did you?
Like most of them, I have tried.
What was the changes you made? Can you please?
Just whatever comments were given to me. Just a sec. In part A, what is rigorous about and agile user stories. The addition which I have done is can see in last bullet of the part. So what I have mentioned is plan and documents requirements greater details. All the requirements are gathered and everything is. It is very much to make. On the other hand, in agile stories, all the stakeholders are equal and we can this as and when required in the agile stories.
Abhijit? Hello.
Yeah, we go.
Hello.
Abhijit, the question is compare plan and document requirement with agile user stories. So we need to define the plan document requirement and agile user stories also. That you have defined plan the document requirements plus agile user stories. So they are only for comparisons. So we need to define also.
Yeah, Vijit, like Vaibhav said, there are very less differences mentioned here. And as per the comments goes, uh, please
Mhm.
mention how the test stories are executed in plan and document versus agile, like how when and how you execute unit testing, integration testing, regression testing, smoke testing,
Okay, okay.
acceptance
So,
testing. So
so what
the
would be the flow for those
right, right,
methods?
right,
Okay,
and
okay.
and and what is about what is about the rigorous request? I guess you can mention couple of points about when the requirement gathering is like fixed in plan and document model and agile and user stories. How does it differ when customer can ask
Okay,
for change request and all? So that you can
okay,
mention.
okay.
The question
I
Okay,
guess
so
that will
I'm
be
just noting down what you're saying, and again I will update my answer then.
yeah.
Okay, so I
I
have
guess
noted
these are
down
the
your
only
comment.
couple of comments I could come up with. If
Okay,
anything else.
okay. Is there anything you want me to add on this answer?
I would like to add on this one. Like, here's the most important point that's missing. Like, I found missing is that you did not mention anything about like the project initial setup. Again, as in, if you have a plan and document kind of iteration, like kind of development strategy in your project, so you would be spending most of the time before you even you start development, right? And agile stories are more inclined towards like getting the work done, as you, like you go on planning the story, you execute it, and then you reiterate it. But plan and document requires like lots of initial preparation, so that point could be helpful here.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, this is also one more difference point. I guess what I think is,
Guys, just keep taking notes,
Okay.
otherwise you'll forget it afterwards.
yeah. So what I think is,
Yeah.
Abhijit, you can keep this model, and in below this model you can make a table, I guess. So in first column plan and document, and second agile stories, user stories, and you can difference like what happens here and what happens there. So I mean,
Okay, okay, okay.
see what you can come up
What we
with.
can do is like we can just go ahead and add some comment notes on this page itself.
Ah,
That is okay. Wherever you
okay.
want,
That uh,
because it's a contiguous answers. That is okay.
so the first thing was like Kiran said, I can document requirements are more of a pre-planning kind of thing, and is can be changed over the time as
Guys, you there?
Yeah, he is just checking the notes. So, oh, you are making the notes.
You can like keep reviewing it. I'll keep typing here.
Yeah,
shall we move to B part now?
Yeah.
yeah. Let him complete his comment or something like that.
Okay, that should be enough for now.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, let's move towards next question.
Okay.
Yeah.
In part of this, I had to define and what is VDD. In my initial answer, the earlier I had mentioned that VDD is kind of mixture of and that was and EDC was testing and other things which part of I have added some information regarding black box to again to implement all the comments which were given by the professor.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is basically this was about VDD part.
Stop. Abhijit, on your ticket, there's like a comment from Professor. She says something about you're not getting to the details of the matter. What is rigorous about user stories? Like, did you try and focus on that?
No, that is for A. CEO. That comment is for A. We are
Yeah,
doing B.
yeah. I'm speaking about the last question that we just did.
I think I need to make the answer more perfect as Kiran
Yeah,
said some
it needs to be like somewhat formal.
the rigorousness.
Yeah, that I've told him, CEO.
Yeah.
He needs to mention when we execute what type of testing in both models. He need to mention that. I've told him. I haven't make a note.
That also.
Just
But-
like put a small note down there so that we don't forget it afterwards.
Yeah, I can do that, but he might have taken already the note. I'll do that.
Abhijit, then question B, the BDD process.
Hello.
Hello, Abhijit.
Hello.
Abhijit, can you hear me?
Yeah.
In question B, the BDD process, there is no mention of like stories and the acceptance criteria or the scenarios like which are the main part of the BDD process. Is that something that was mentioned by the professor?
Again, I'm not able to hear you properly.
In question B, in the BDD process,
Okay.
the stories and the scenarios and the acceptance criteria are like the main part of the BDD process. So was that something that the professor mentioned or no?
Actually, so what I have done is, if you just a minute. So in BDD principle and process part, I have updated that part. Earlier it was different. So like you can see stakeholder and customer first define the smart user stories. Then accordingly, I have made the changes for that part as per the comments.
Okay, nice.
Principle and process part.
Abhijit,
Hmm?
for this B part, Professor have mentioned what about acceptance and integration tests. So I guess that is also part of BDD. I'm sorry if I've missed it, but I'm not seeing it in this process, in this answer, B answer. I guess.
Yeah, like
Hello?
you need to add in something like what the process of end-to-end testing is, and like how are the black box acceptance and those kind of tests, like how those fall into the picture here.
Because yeah, BDD is all about black box acceptance, integration. It's all about validation. So
Right. Uh, just when the answer begins, the third bulletin, VDD focuses on black box testing, that is without getting into internal structures or workings of the software. Its
yeah,
behavior or the functionality is primary area of focus in VDD. For system acceptance and integration testing, VDD is used. I mean, I have tried to incorporate those comments.
I got
Mm,
it. Sorry, I guess I
Right?
missed it.
VDD advocates writing acceptance tests that customer having no programming background can also understand. So basically that is used for system acceptance as well as integration testing, and it focuses on black box testing. So that part I have added.
Yeah, great. I guess I missed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's move. I guess this looks
Okay.
perfect.
So
We move
let's
on to the part C.
yeah.
uh, can you
Okay.
just like in this where actually in like Rails where this falls into picture? Can you just add that part somewhat?
Do we need to specify our answers? I mean, particularly related to Ruby on Rails
No,
or
like
such kind of
it
thing?
needs to be general, as in, but like the professor states there that like if you
Mhm.
stick to the
Sa-
processes that we
SAS,
used this semester, you should be like
Mhm.
developing routes and
Okay,
all
because
model use
what I
controllers.
have tried is to keep the answer more generic, which can be applicable
Yeah,
everywhere.
but I just see your point missing here that like this professor specifically mentioned there that you have like something like model use and controllers, and you can add something related to that in this.
Okay, so okay, MVC related some kind of
Yeah,
relation with PDD. Okay.
yeah.
and like what is this first comment also is there? SAS. You need to answer your question in context of SAS. So if you can emphasize on that.
Actually, yeah, I spoke with professor regarding that. She just
Okay.
said that I can take help of that procedure also if I want to write
Oh,
down.
okay. Okay.
So the C part is TDD process, which is also known as red, green, and refactor procedure. So
Uh,
with the help of flowchart, I have explained that.
Abhijit, before that,
Hmm.
there are a couple of spelling mistakes and so
Oh, is it?
other, yeah.
Oh, I see.
Uh,
Could you
let
please
me let me give you a heads up
point?
and a couple of like kind of typing or representation, I guess, because if you go for A and the like plan and document is the first bullet, right? And after that is a colon. So that colon is normally attached to a word, not separated from word. So
Okay.
that is there. I mean, small.
Uh,
It's not a major, but if we improve on that, like others won't
okay.
catch it. Like other groups
Just
won't
wait a minute.
catch it.
I'll do it right away. Just need to remove one space, right? Okay.
Right? Yeah. So that is there. And okay, in the same answer A, major differences, that is another bullet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so in that last point, in a plan and document, the customer do. So in a plan and document, after that you put a comma, and then you continue your sentence. Like in a plan and document, pause. So there is a comma.
Plan and document.
Last bullet.
Yeah. Fine. Made that change.
And see, there is a spelling mistake, I believe. Abhijit, in C, there's spelling mistake in fourth line, like a reflectors, is it right?
Yeah, refactors. That's a typo. And like I said, that colon thing you can modify throughout the answer. That is
Change
everywhere.
in the whole answer later on.
Yeah, that is everywhere. Yeah. There is other spelling mistake, behavioral, in BDD principle and process bullet point. Behavior.
In
You
B
have,
part you are saying, right?
yeah, B part. You have got behavior spelling everywhere. Wrong, I guess. So it's VIOR, not UR.
Yeah. Could you please point out exactly where?
Wait, give me a sec. Oh, okay. So it goes like this. The spelling which you have written, B point and third bullet, behavior.
Okay,
So
BDD
it's a noun.
focuses on
The
that
spelling
point,
is
right?
not the spelling is not correct. It's a noun, and what you meant to use is verb. So it should be VIOR, not OUR. I'm 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 editing it. You can see right away.
Okay.
So here, see. So it's a verb, not noun. So it's, and you can check this mistake everywhere, like behavior.
Okay.
So that is there. You can put there. I mean, I don't know, like if Americans use it or not, but usually when you write X and Y, sometimes comma is kept after X. So that is there. In same point B, the last bullet, the plain and simple English. When you mention a noun, you it's a capital. First letter is English. E is capital. So that is there. I'll make that change for you.
Yeah, I can say that.
And other than that, conciseness. So in the same point, second line, behavior that actually matters to the question. Like We can remove this actually. So it will be like more concise. That matters to a customer. Right? You don't need to mention actually word there. Plus, like I said, it's a noun behavior. So behavior spelling everywhere. Yeah, in behavior principle and process point, same behavioral. So that will change. So everywhere you has to go.
Yeah, that behavior spelling I'll check everywhere.
Yeah, I guess rest is fine. I guess. For everybody, I guess how I found it. I'm not a like grammar Nazi or something, but there is a plugin of Grammarly you can install for your Microsoft Word, and these errors you will find it right away. So this is how I found it. I just used that plugin. Plus, I have Office 365 version in my system, and that also helps. Because believe it or not, Excel will run Grammarly on our answer, or other groups might run also if they have knowledge of this, and they will find these mistakes. Yeah, I guess we are done with B answer, right? Let's move forward.
Yeah.
I guess Abhijit will take care of these small mistakes.
Yeah, that.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing major.
So part of the question was what is TDD, and which is also known as red green refractor procedure. So to the initial answer of mine, the comment was uh, just like the VDD part, which is more of black box testing. The TDD is white box testing. That I haven't mentioned in my answer. So after the red, green, and refractor part, I mean just above the D part, I have included those things, emphasis on white box testing, and again emphasizing on writing a unit test and testing it.
Stay. Okay.
Abhijit, and the sentence, it seems a little bit ambiguous. Like if you can read it, like by thinking test
Which
first, we
one?
better understand what the code we wish we had should do. it seems a little bit ambiguous. Like, what do you want to say?
Actually, it is more clear if we put a comma after that first, then it's more clear. The sentence is right. The comma should be there. Yeah, so by thinking test first, so there is a pause, and then we better understand what the code we wish we should do. We had should yeah.
Is
We
that
had should be
it sounds a
we
little
should
funny.
it should be we should do, not we had should do, or like, right. There are two complete past tenses. That's what you meant, is it, Weber?
Yes, yes.
We had should do.
Is that the right sentence?
Yeah.
I think
Is
that's
that
Sounds a bit funny.
had will do, right?
we should do? If by thinking test first, we better understand what the code wish we had to do or we should do. We should do. I mean, we should do. Yeah. Anyone else?
What the code
How can we put
we
it better?
understand by thinking test understand what you
Yeah, we should do. This makes
yeah.
more sense. Same, Abhijit, like in above, red green factor. So refractor step. Your sentences look for the opportunity where you can improve the your code. It should be your code, not the your code, right? Am I right?
Look for look where you can your code.
Abhijit, yeah,
I'm
for
pointing at yes.
the D question, the second part, when do you dive down into unit test and code as opposed to perform acceptance integration? So where is this answer particularly? I'm not seeing.
Hold on. We are still on C.
We are
So
discussing C part right now, right?
We're discussing C part. C part.
D. Okay.
Abhijit, you got my point, right?
Could you please repeat again?
See, Michael. See, red green factor. So red green refactor, right? So refactor step.
Yes.
Read your sentence. Look for opportunities where you can improve the your code. So it should be your code, not
it should be only your right.
Okay.
Look for opportunities where you can improve your code. Okay.
Yeah, same in red step. There we can put comma after does the test should fail. So that is there. I'm sorry for going in very short details.
In fact, it's good.
Also here, like that is, you have to keep the full stop after I and E also. So that is IE. I've made the change for you. I've made the change for you. Text, grammar, and I could find. Uh, everybody, you're
Are we
right.
done with C?
Yeah, I guess.
Just one thing, like, which one is the red step here? If I'm missing something.
Red step.
It's a bullet point. You can.
Yeah, but like, is that there in the diagram?
Oh, oh.
Yeah, I see somewhat like orangish colors. Do you
No, no,
mean
no,
the
no.
red
The
step is
colors
like?
are the colors.
Sorry.
The colors has nothing actual.
Okay.
Red.
Abhijit, we
So
are
like,
losing your voice. Whatever you're speaking, it's
hello.
not coming to our end.
Hello.
Uh,
When the test did not pass, then it should show red step like that you explained.
like, no, like I was just concerned that like you have
Actually,
added a
in
diagram
the
here, right?
color
Uh,
diagram, the colors has nothing to do with actual red, green, and refractor. Just 3D process.
yeah, it's like somewhat, but it's somewhat misleading. So you have actually like added in the diagram here, right? So can you just mention that this part of the diagram comes under red step, this comes under refractor? Like I see a specific refractor step there, but which are the red and
Mm-hmm.
green? Can you just add it in like under steps
I
with respect to diagram?
don't think that is necessary. Is well that I red
I
step,
cannot hear
red,
you
green, and
clearly.
refractor step.
Your voice is cutting, Abhijit.
Can you hear me right now?
There's something amiss. I'm not so sure.
Diagram. The colors are not meant to represent any of the refractor sets.
Yeah, like I
Think
was
I
just
need to.
saying that you have a TDD development chart there, right? And you have mentioned three steps below: red, green, refractor. Like
Right.
that's the process. So which of these, like the green circles or the yellow circle, which of these just come under a particular step? Can you just add it there?
Yeah,
Mm,
Abhijit, what he meant is like you have bullet
As in
point
like
red step. So just mention in
add
above
steps.
diagram which circles are in this red step.
Exactly.
Or you can make this diagram very clear by like just use a PowerPoint or something, repaint it like what are red and what is green and what is. Any will do. Any will do.
I think the diagram, I mean, the diagram is not explaining refractor sets. It is explaining TDD. I know that is the same thing, but
Yeah,
it
but
has nothing. The colors are
yeah,
representing in those circles.
yeah, that is
Just
okay.
the
That is
flow
okay.
of TDD.
Yeah, that is
Uh,
okay.
what I'm more concerned about here is like your diagram is like saying something like something about TDD, and your description is saying something else like about TDD. Can you just map those things to the like to each other, like kind of bind them together?
I'll
Yeah, like Abhijit, if it helps, like put it in simple sentence. In about, let's say there is a bullet point red step, right? In your answer,
Mhm.
in that bullet point, put in above diagram. These points represent red step. Let's say test fail, so that comes in your red step, right? Just mention that
Right,
this
right.
bullet point comes under my red step. Am I right, Sir? Did I
Yeah,
did I?
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So in those and
Uh,
refractor
yeah,
stages, I
just refer the
will take
diagram
the
and like
reference from the diagram. Okay,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Colors doesn't matter, but at least mention.
Yeah, yeah, okay, got
Yeah, it's a good point, Sir.
it. Okay.
Abhijit, I had a doubt regarding question D.
As you can like keep adding your reviews here if you have a point.
Abhijit, for question D, can we go to question D? Or we just add the reviews directly?
Okay.
Uh,
Yes, I can hear you whispering.
Abhijit, in question D. Hi, Abhijit.
Hello.
Abhijit?
Abhijit, in question D, the
Yeah.
wait.
Question D. There were two
I want to know where
discussions
the
between
second part of the question starts.
TDD.
It is a bit confusing. So when do you like this? When do you dive into
Actually,
the
basically about the second part, even answers what exactly expected in the answer.
the what? Not able to hear your voice.
Hello.
the voice is cutting a bit.
Yes, Abhijit. Hello.
You listen me now?
Yeah,
We can hear you.
we can hear.
Yeah. In fact, in the D part, confused second section of this question. What is that is when do you test and code as opposed to acceptance and integration test. So if any one of you help me with that, then I would be incorporating that in my answer.
I guess I have idea here.
That
What
part
professor have
there
commented.
in that question.
Could you please
Yeah, well, but he's asking for the help, I guess, not the comment. So what I think is, Abhijit, you remember like we had this question in our midterm. So we have to explain the whole process, right? So there was
right?
a loop within the loop. So there was a TDD loop within the BDD loop. So what professor
Oh,
might be asking is when you are switching from BDD to that inner loop of TDD, and when you are getting back from TDD to BDD, so you have to just mention those switches. So at what
oh,
point?
got it.
I don't exactly remember the steps right now. What is the last steps you perform of BDD before switching to TDD, and what is the last step of TDD you do before switching to BDD? That you have to mention.
Okay, I got it. Because even
Uh, your
I have
your
confused
voice is,
I in my answer.
yeah. I guess I'm not
Thanks,
saying
Vinod.
I'm fully correct, guys. If you want to add something, so you and like
No, I
what?
think
Could structure the
what you said very well.
like in two paragraphs, that then it would be better to read the solution, because it would be like in two
Which part?
paragraphs, and it would suggest like the tail question and the main question separately. Instead of doing it in bullets, you can do that.
How are you saying, Vaibhav?
So
Wait,
Instead
wait,
of
wait.
doing it in
Vaibhav,
bullets, if we could write the solution in like two paras, where one para he is doing the main question and the second para he could write the tail question.
yeah, I guess, yeah, there are two questions, different questions. First is explain relation. So that is your first question. And second is how you dive. So the what I've explained, if everybody agrees with me, so that might be the answer for the second question.
Yes.
yeah, that part
So
I'll add in the answer.
paragraphs instead of bullets. Is that possible?
Yeah.
Or Abhijit, you can do bullet under bullet. So first answer is main bullet, and then you can keep other bullets. And second question, different bullets. So this seems like it's a answer of single question, not two different questions.
It will become easier
Okay,
for
okay. So when I'll add the part to second, I mean the second part of the answer, when I'll try to make it look good,
Yeah,
part can be differentiated.
yeah, like just make it look like these are two different parts, two
Yeah,
different
yeah,
questions.
got it. I got
Yeah,
your point.
yeah, sure, yeah, sure. Thank
Okay,
you.
okay. So, okay, definitely I'll make those changes. And again, I was asked to add some more references. Earlier, there were only two or three. So, I have taken some few more references and I added those also.
Abhijit,
Yes?
yeah, even references. In references also, I've heard Professor saying that Wikipedia is not a good source to add in your answers because Wikipedia is open source and anybody, even a first
Yeah,
standard
no,
guy can
actually,
go
like
there.
he said, you can visit the actual references in the Wikipedia. I have done the same way.
Yeah, so yes, yeah. So
So,
like what you can do is you can put those actual references,
out
but
of the
you can
sources
remove this
itself.
Wikipedia. Because to someone she was saying Wikipedia is not a good
Yeah,
source to
like
add
she
in.
was talking to me.
Yeah. I remember. It's not a good source to add in your answers.
You should not be putting it anywhere.
Okay,
Actually, what you can do is
remove
there are articles references in Wikipedia, like just at the bottom. You
right,
can use
right,
those
right.
as the references.
Yeah,
Okay, fine.
that directly you can put it.
So I'm removing Wikipedia from the list. Okay.
I guess we are very much done with this answer.
Okay. So shall we move to next part?
Yeah, next question.
So the next question is yours, right?
Yes. So in the question 19, I was given a sample method.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, I thought that I had to fix the bug in that method. So by fixing the bug, I did the rest. I solved the rest of the question, like doing the flow graph and predicates and nodes and all that. But later, the professor asked me to perform all the operation, like the sub questions were supposed to be solved based on the buggy code. So this is the solution that you're seeing is the refracted part that I did on the buggy code. So if you could guys view the solutions. So initially, in part A, I was asked to draw the flow diagram for the appendix E method that is given in the doc.
Guys, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Vaibhav? Hello.
Yes, Abhijit.
I think the diagram, there is no issue with the diagram, but the further answers, I mean the sub parts B, C, D, and all,
Yes.
you have here in bold, right? So I think bold you can simply use normal, and spacing is also not uniform everywhere.
I'm not able to hear you clearly, Abhijit. Are
Hello?
you saying
Can
about
you
the
hear me?
font?
Yeah,
Okay.
using bold answers actually.
Hello, Vaibhav.
Yes, I got your
Yeah,
point
it's
regarding the
yeah,
font.
Don't you
and also this
think of
he's also saying about the spacing. Some
line
at some
spacing?
point you are yeah, the answers are not in one line. Answers are break down
What you
on
can
two
do
lines.
is single line space everywhere in all the answer parts.
I see your point, but I don't know. There's some problem with the document. If you can see for example, in the part C, I try to do the changes and it doesn't, it just doesn't, all the words just doesn't come in one line, or I don't know what the problem with the doc is. So I just kept it as it is. Maybe it's because of the image that I've uploaded up in the above page. Maybe because of that, there is some kind of uh, added indentation or something like that, but that's it. I tried that many times.
Yeah, because the looking scattered.
Yes, I get your point, but I think it's because of the image. I can't help it, absolutely. I've tried it many times, but it's just not happening.
Guys, I have fixed that bug. Just check the answers
Uh,
now.
yeah, nice. So I
There is a grammatical error in last
Yeah,
paragraph.
this was
Further reading the document, second line of that page, they state that the value of cyclomatic complexity is not tied to the number of nodes. So there is a mistake. So
Okay.
you can verify. Second line also.
Okay, what do you suggest I should?
State that the not tied. Is you have to remove the is. It is the same.
Anything else?
Is remove?
Yes.
No. Complex. Tied. Is not tied. Is present together. ठीक है लिखा था पहले पाठ को हो गया तो लिखाना तो पड़ेगा ना तो इंग्लिश में लिखना ना
Is there anything else, guys?
I don't think there is anything. Let me check one more time.
Uday, close your mic, please.
I'm just looking at the answer.
डाल क्वेश्चन नंबर डाल समझे क्वेश्चन के नाम डाल तो डाल दे पार्ट ए लिख दो पार्ट ए
Vaibhav,
Yes.
in the part D, line space between the points 1, 2, 3, and 4, they are not same as 4, 5, 6.
D.
D for Delhi.
Okay.
Yeah, the line, the space between two lines. If you can correct that. Wait, it's line spacing. It's line spacing. It has nothing to do with enter or wait. I'll just do one thing. 1.5.
It won't help. There are enters. Yeah, you know those enters.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. I'll just add increase it. 1.5. 1.5 is better. Yeah. I think this looks better.
Yeah, this looks better. But Vaibhav also I'm not getting it. So about that, your point is the bullet. You don't have to enter it. So you can like this. You can keep it like this, and follow this pattern for everything. And if you want to tab somewhere, put a tab, not spaces. So here I can clearly see if there are spaces. So put a tab. So this looks better instead of spaces.
Actually, I was thinking if I do the para thing after the ABCD, it would be visible, like, because I am having 4 sub questions, the ABCD would be more visible if I do the para thing.
Or you can what you can do to look this better is what I've done is, like, there is a question for C, right? So I've put that question there, and then down I've kept my answer thing, so everybody gets to know the question and the answer.
Sure, I'll add the
Answer
question.
B, answer C, and just make that answer
So what
part
happens
bold.
is this
Writing answer to say section D. So answer D is in bold, and on the below font, simple answer. That will be
because what happens is
very
this looks weird. See, if we see this E
Okay,
point,
make sure to add the question. Sure.
because if you see this E point, there is nothing in front of this E. There is directly enter. So this looks kind of not well structured.
Okay, I'll add the questions.
That goes everywhere. Like if you have a point bullet 1 and directly enter, nothing in front of it. So
In fact, I think everyone should do that. Just like in the above answer, I have first expression and then the answer. So if everyone can do that, then that would be great. So everyone will
yeah,
come to know what is the question and answering.
right. Even
Yeah,
I've
because
followed the
here we
same.
don't have questions, so it is getting a bit confusing. So what is the question and whether it is the answer is correct or not.
Right, exactly.
Vaibhav,
Yes.
E part, when I think you have used some link over there, it is showing the
Yes.
underline. So is it necessary to show that link?
Oh, yes.
I
As a
think
part
you
of
just
reference,
can.
I've done that.
Okay, fine, fine. Okay.
I'm just kidding, Weber, but you can draw this diagram in, like better than this. I'm just kidding. I mean, this is not very well drawn picture.
Uh, One more thing, guys. I mean, for everyone, once we are done with, I mean, whatever going to update later on, just make sure that our every answer is starting on new page. And
Yeah, that
for
is there.
example, if you initially we have
Actually,
done when we line, it might change the
Abhijit,
form.
how to do even what you're saying, because what we have to do is we have to put our updated answers in the main sheet. This sheet doesn't matter. Uh,
Actually, I think we have to submit this one also, because this is our team collaboration, right? One more thing which will include the collaboration between the entire class. For that, their hangout session is required. Exactly what to be done, but I think this document also needs to be submitted today.
are we done with
Anything
this question?
else? Move to next one now.
Vaibhav, is just the structuring of this question. Like we said, the bullet points doesn't have anything in front of it and all. Rest is fine, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Okay.
answer seems good. Just take care of formatting, font, and other things, line spacing, and
Okay. Sure. Sure.
yeah. Next, who is next? Kiran's
Now,
question.
I guess it's me.
Vaibhav, make it page break over there in the pivotal tracker you are in. Right now, where you are in. Yeah. Okay.
Rest for the impact. Guys, do you want me to explain my answer or how do we do it?
What is your question number, Kiran?
Question number 9.
Okay.
Verification.
So I can explain each and every comment what she have given for my answer and how I incorporated it, or like any way you want to do it. Hello.
Yes, Kiran.
Uh, should I proceed?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the question is, my question is ninth question, and the A part is define and explain differences between validation and verification. So it's validation is more about are we building the right system, and verification is are we building the system right, and what we are concerned with in both parts I've mentioned, and examples also I've mentioned. So I could have, I could have made it more lengthy, but I try to be concise because it's a big question. And so I'll just point to the comments what professor has given to my answers, and how I incorporated it. So the first is validation is more precisely about identifying the customer requirements and we meet them. So earlier I didn't. If you see my first column row in a table, validation answers the question: Are we building the system right? And the second is validation is more concerned with making sure that identifying customer requirements and if the system meets them. So earlier I had only ensure identifying if the system meets a customer requirements, but the sentence is now reformed to identifying the customer requirement and if we meet them. So that incorporates that comment. Now the second comment is what is dynamic testing, what is static testing. Actually, those were not the correct terms I was using. So dynamic is something like you keep changing your test approach and test cases, and static is like it's once it's fixed, but that is not more accurate. Earlier I had those points in my answer. I removed it because it doesn't make any sense. So I have removed both of them. What is UAT? I've mentioned the short form in my answer. Now I've removed that and made it as a acceptance testing. So it should have been user acceptance testing, and I just wrote UAT. Now I've corrected the mistake. Now, what is about integration testing and acceptance testing? I didn't have those examples in my answer. Now I've put them into different categories wherever they belong. So I guess acceptance and integration belongs to validation column, and they are there right now. So again, same for black box and white box. They are exactly where they should be. Black box is a validation and white box is a verification. They falls under those categories. What is about end-to-end and versus unit testing? Unit testing falls under verification. End-to-end falls under validation. So what basically is I had the lack of examples here, and I've corrected that mistake. And again, other than verifying interfaces integration. Okay, so I had my concepts a little bit unclear because, well, integration test, what we do in integration test is earlier we verify the interfaces and then we validate the behavior. So integration test is sometimes called as gray box testing because it's more about validating the system and less about the verification. So it's less white and more black. So it becomes gray, and it should come under integration. Validation umbrella. And earlier I did categorize it into verification. I've corrected my mistake. Now integration testing is in a validation umbrella. So that is that. I've explained my answer A. If anybody wants to, correct it more.
I think you have made all the changes. Yes.
Everybody, should I just continue, or I'm waiting for your comments?
I think you can move to next.
Continue.
Okay, so let's go to the answer B, and answer B, the first question, that is, what is the purpose of each? Excuse me.
Kiran, have you mentioned about the dynamic and static testing?
Actually, like I said, it doesn't make more sense, because this is like like I said, dynamic test. In dynamic approach, you keep changing your testing approach, and sometimes test cases also. And it is hard to mention, because in agile we change everything. Like nothing is starting in agile, so that point doesn't make any sense in that answer. I've removed it.
Okay.
In agile, everything is dynamic. There is hard to say if anything is static. So answer B, first point, what is the purpose of each? Instead of explaining the answer, I guess you might have read it already. I'll just explain how I incorporated the comments, and you might tell me then if I'm still missing something. So first is, okay,
Kiran, are there? I mean, you have divided it into two parts, right? First and second. So,
yeah.
like for the second, there is agile acceptance testing, the heading. So, is there something like that for first part also?
I didn't get your point. Oh, so the
What
9A
is
part
the
you're
first
talking about?
way? Any kind of heading, just like for second part, you have agile acceptance testing. That is the second way.
Oh, okay, I got it. I got your point. So,
Yeah.
okay, we can give it as a plan and document, but this is a standard technique. You can use it in a spiral, plan and document, and every other
Okay.
than agile. So
No, I'm
it's
just asking. That's all.
no. I guess I couldn't give it a title, because it's more a generic. Agile is like more
Yeah,
specific, and it's
that's why
generic,
I'm asking.
specific title. Yeah.
Okay.
So as per the comments goes, agile acceptance testing should always test the whole system. Earlier, I didn't mention that in the second agile acceptance testing point, so I've made that change. Like I said, if you're seeing my cursor in document, the whole system, right? I've made that change. The difference is system is broken down. Okay. Okay. So that part, I've incorporated that. Yeah, that means system is the customer, and the stories is also complete, very popular way, validate behavior and all. So that is that. And the next comment is integration testing is something referred as a gray box testing, because it's a combination of black and white, like I said earlier. So that I've mentioned here in this para.
Kiran, the spelling of gray, I think, is mistaken.
Yeah, actually, gray goes both ways, Grey and Gray. Both spellings are right. The spelling which I have referred is more American, and the spelling which we use, Grey, is more Indian. So I chose Gray.
Actually, the GREY is mentioned in the Agile Ventures by the
Yeah,
professor.
I know, but like still, I mean, I'll talk to the professor which spelling I should keep it, but I've googled it, and this spelling is more American than which is there.
Okay.
I can replace it, like no issues.
No. I think that is correct. It's just like color and color, UR and OR.
Yeah.
So yeah, it doesn't. I mean, both ways it is right.
Yeah, it's not incorrect as it goes.
Right.
Yeah, so no issues. Okay, so the B second, very short details, lots of importance let out. So second, where it is, Yeah, earlier it was 2 to 3 lines question answer. I've elaborated it. Why did that is because this whole question is about unit test, acceptance test, and integration test. And if you see, every like some points are keep repeating in every answer. So what I thought is why repeat, but then again the comment I have to give even if it's repeating. So I've elaborated the answer. That is it. There is nothing much about it. Okay, so B3. Sorry. Is there anything you want to add in B2?
No.
Guys, at least say yes or no. I'll just move on or wait for your comments.
No, you can move on, Kiran. Continue with the next
Yeah.
answer.
So B3. I disagree integration testing. Again, same repeated point. I had a misconception about integration. I corrected it. That is that about B3. There is, I'll just explain the whole answer and then you can just comment or something like that. So C, you should, okay, historic purpose of regression testing and cycling. Actually, earlier I didn't know anything about cycling and I couldn't find anywhere. So yeah, I asked professor. So earlier my answer was only what is regression testing. That's it. Like only 2 lines of answer. I didn't mention the historic purpose. If you see my cursor in Google Doc, now I've mentioned the historic purpose and what is cycling. So I guess I incorporated that comment in this answer.
I guess the concept of cycling is explained in one of the presentations by the professor.
Yeah, actually it is there. But what might have happened is we joined late, right? So we were more busy about covering what we have missed, and we missed actual what is going on. So I couldn't remember cycling. Then again, thanks for the reference. So D first, BDD acceptance testing is also, yeah, like I said, uh, I didn't mention the black box is more about, yeah, I didn't mention key. It is a part of BDD. So black box testing. So I mentioned it right there. D second, white box is verification and what it does, and it is part of TDD. It's all there in my answer if you see it. Then G3, yeah, integration again same point. Repeated integration testing. I had earlier misconception. Now corrected it. D4, how do mutation test find error? So earlier what I did is, if you see my definition of mutation, I had till only find the errors. But what do you mean by find the errors? That I didn't explain. So that is explained now. If test case fails, then that is a case, and that is the means of finding the errors. So I've mentioned that also. And B6. Okay, so this answer was totally messed up. I didn't know what is smoke testing at all, and still I don't know like whether I got it right or not. Smoke testing. Please, give a good look at this definition and answer. If you have good suggestions, I'm open to it.
Grammars.
Any grammar mistakes, spelling mistakes, I'm open to it. That gray part, I'll talk to professor if you want me to, but I think it's fine.
I think you have covered most of the comments given by Professor now.
So covered maximum things.
Sriya, do you have anything for me?
Kiran, can you change the font? Actually, the font is different from the others.
Oh, it's a Times New Roman 12. What others are using?
Actually, there are two things now. The documents which we have created is in the format of Times New
Roboto.
Roman. And,
No, it's time. As Abhijit told me, it's time.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The team document is in Times New Roman, but the one which is collaboration of the entire class, that is
That is in
Microsoft
Roboto,
Roboto format.
and the font in that is
That
10, I
we can
guess.
do right now, even by selecting the entire document, we can change the font.
Yeah, we can make it to Roboto or whatever we want.
Just a minute, I'm doing that. But again, we need to change the formatting and all of the things later on. Okay, so I have made it Roboto now.
Hmm.
Okay, somebody has
Yeah,
changed it.
you
And
Hello.
have the font type
हाँ भाई तेरे को बात
later
करता हूँ.
on.
Hello.
yeah,
Yeah, I think we should move to next answer now
yeah, we
because
should.
Yeah.
next then.
It's my turn then. Like my answer.
Yeah. Yes, you. Sure.
Okay. Who did all that select thing?
Select all. Please
Uh,
do that.
Abhijit, can you
Yeah,
unselect? Click
yeah.
somewhere.
I mean, I have already done that. Nothing is
Oh, is it?
selected now.
Oh, it's strange then.
Everything is selected.
Still was selected.
And
Ah, yeah, yeah, it's
Okay.
updated now.
Everything is selected.
No, no, it's
Nice.
not good.
Now it's
It's
okay.
good now.
Okay, so you go ahead.
Okay. So like I need to explain you guys, right? Like what this thing is. So there were like not many comments on my ticket. Basically the first thing is like what is the Rails route, and I have tried to describe as best possible with examples and all. Just let me know if you find anything like a miss.
Yeah, I guess it's a big answer. We will have to take a whole lot of time. Let's move to next question unless until if somebody has something right now. And there were no more comments also on this question. So this looks good, I guess. Next, I guess it's Debashis.
Uh, are we good with this one?
Yeah, I guess.
yeah.
Like all of the answers?
No. First part. How can you view all routes defined in Rails apps?
Uh, Can we move to next question?
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, can we move to next question? Debashish, it's your.
Next question.
Actually, this question, if you find there is not much comments about the answer, but the structure, and yes, we can still structure it in a better way. We'll take a look at it.
So,
Yeah.
the structure of C part, why is it such an important organizing principle of SAS?
I've like mentioned that as well there.
C part.
I have tried to incorporate that, like to elaborate more on this in terms of software engineering. That's the section.
So it is not there.
Uh, actually, I have added that part there.
Okay.
So it is just below the example that I have provided.
Okay.
Suyog?
Yeah.
I guess we can structure it still in a better way because most of your comments are scattered and all. So we will talk later, but we can do it better way. So,
Like I've tried to mention it by point. Like the only thing that's the crux of the thing.
actually, the point is there are too many bulleting is done here, and that's why it looks.
Yeah, so
bit,
that's what I was like. I tried to put it in bullets, so that like it's easier to like grab.
okay.
I don't want to write a story there.
Yeah.
I could have done that.
Even the bullets, what I'm talking is, let's say your main is this, right? If you are on my cursor, so you can give different bullets. Let's say this is a one and then EBC kind of thing. So you get exact tree. Here we don't get what is going on, what is under what. That's what I'm telling.
Like you mean the structure? That's because of this document, and is like better in the other one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is like the margins are not better here. Actually, it was formatted for the document that we have on like the other one, the document we shared with the class, and then the margins here are like somewhat smaller.
Okay. That's it, I guess. Nothing else. Guys, if you can move, just say something. Pranav and Uddhav is not talking at all. Say something.
Yes, move on.
Yeah, we can move forward.
Okay, for number 20. First question is define, describe partials. Explain which element of MVC they concern, describe how to implement them. So the first paragraph, I defined and described the partials, like in the first paragraph. Then second paragraph, I explained which element of MVC they concern. And in third paragraph, I described how to implement them. So you can look the answer and give some comments or anything I have to update.
Professor said, the answer is good, polished it. Now guys, let's look for if any grammar or some mistakes. Otherwise, it's good. Let's move. We'll comment it on Pivotal if we find something. Because there are
Guys, I've already reviewed his answers, so I don't think that should be like there should be many changes here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even the professor said the answer is good. The answer is good. Next question.
Can we move to question B?
No,
No?
no, even the whole answer, what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Let's take a look about Pranav's answer and move.
Yes, yes. I'm just navigating on.
Now, are you there?
Yes. Okay. In this question, I was supposed to answer.
I hear a lot of noise in the background.
Yeah, I'm sitting in the dining hall. So,
Okay, okay.
so in this question, I was supposed to answer 5 questions about iterative and incremental development processes, and also spiral phase. So the first question was what problem it was designed to address. I mean, each of it. So I will just I'll just go to the comments and what changes I made. Hello. Yeah. So A and B, my explanation wasn't enough. So and it was not correct. So I changed that, and I explained the how it was successful in incorporating the shortcomings of other SDLCs.
Pranav, there are a couple of punctuation and grammar mistakes, but other than that,
Uh,
I'll work with you.
where?
So
Yeah, yeah,
I
sure.
leave it. I'll work with you also. So, for example, you can see under iterative development, there are
Just a minute.
in answers A, B, C, D,
Iterative.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So A, B, C, D, and then E. There is no space between which and that. So kind of smallness, like small
Where?
changes. So we
Each
can
and
no. The point, bullet point E. Are you seeing it? So there is no space after E dot.
you mean here?
Uh, Wait. Let me come to the.
Wait. Yeah, I was in different question.
See, under iterative method, you can see my cursor.
There's
Yeah,
one
yeah.
more time,
I
like
got
there's a dot
okay.
in the previous question that was scrolling.
And E small. So, like this, there are a couple of small mistakes. I'll work with you.
Pranav,
Okay.
some
Guys,
sentence,
don't worry about this. The grammatical mistakes, I'll cover
like in part A, phased incremental.
most of them.
Okay.
The second sentence here, multiple development cycle takes place here. So here is 2 times. So can you repeat?
Uh, in A part, in incremental.
The second sentence here, multiple development cycle takes place here.
Yeah, here is repeated.
Oh, yes.
Guys, just read your answer once before submitting.
Yeah, some sentence correction to
Could you just scroll up a little bit? Yeah, like the first
Yeah.
the question, like the first one.
You mean the
Uh,
question or the description of
the point,
incremental?
the A point, the answer. Like
Okay.
just scroll down a little bit.
Yeah.
Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. In the answer, actually, just scroll down. Yeah, the point A, the bullet A. Here, what problem was it designed to address?
Yeah.
So, like, I couldn't understand the actual exactly the problem that you mentioned here.
Oh, just like in waterfall model, it takes a lot of time to finally deliver the product, the full product. So in this development process, in incremental development process, we they create the basic module, the first module, which is delivered to the client. So that's how it was. That's how it was.
Can you just like rephrase this answer to be a little bit wordy?
Okay.
Like it's more like it more clearly says what the problem is.
Oh,
I just see
okay. The first
the
sentence, right. I understand.
yeah. Like I couldn't like get a like a continuous flow in the first and second sentence that you have there.
Okay.
Guys, can you try to wrap it up? If you find the something to add, we can comment on Pivotal.
Yeah, sure.
Because it's been a while we are on Hangout.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, so if we are done with all the answers, we can work separately on the grammar and spelling and formatting part, and then prepare the final answer to be submitted, right? We
Right, that's
can,
what.
yeah, if I
Right.
mean the technical discussion is over, then we can stop this broadcast so that we can get some time to work on updating our answer because I think by 8 p.m. we need to submit the updated one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I think everyone's answer is discussed, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Then, Vaibhav, you may stop the broadcast and
Okay.
please share the link with everyone. And once, I mean, as per our discussion and comments, please update
बस करिए.
and upload the same in the common shared document as well.
Okay.
Guys, do you know do we have to submit a separate document for
I guess we have to submit the team document.
The
And we have
separate document will be on the pivotal tracker, Abhijit, I guess, because I just read the instructions right now, and there it is mentioned like two submissions, like the common doc and the pivotal track doc.
on Pivotal Tracker, we have already shared the link of our answer, but I'm not understanding whether this document which consists the answer only 50 bytes that need to be submitted or the one in which we are collaborating with the entire class.
No, I guess now this is. We should submit this document now.
and we also have to
As this.
put this URL in
Yeah.
the document also.
This is more for our team only, so I think we need to submit this
Yes.
one.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
why we
fine. So
put the
let's.
Webull, I guess.
Okay, so immediately after discontinuing this Hangout session, I think we all should work on the final answer, and are on so we can update the answers, and later on the entire formatting and all things we can do.
Sure, sure.
Sure. Okay, guys, I'm
Okay,
just
so
continuing.
it's 6 p.m. by 6 7 p.m. maybe. Then
Yeah,
later
we.
on
Yeah,
formatting
yeah,
will be
sure,
done.
sure.
Okay.
It won't take that much time, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure, but still. Okay,
Yeah,
Vaibhav, then stop this Hangout session and share the link.
Okay.
Okay.